What's up, everybody? Happy Thursday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Getting into this episode of GH, first of all, let me say this. Now, y'all know I like Sasha. Y'all know this. But I was not feeling her or Michael today. I'm sorry, but I wasn't. At all. At all. They completely turned me off today. Completely. I'm going to tell you why. Listen. I totally understand why Sasha doesn't want to throw Obrecht and Valentin under the bus. I get it. I understand that her point of view on it. I get it. But she lost me completely today when she was talking to Curtis. Completely. Curtis, I don't blame him for wanting to know the truth. You know, he feels like he was played, and he doesn't like to feel played. Nobody does. You know what I'm saying? When you're played for a fool, of course, you going to want some type of retribution. Of course you are. Who's not? You just going to let that slide? Hell no. Hell no. Because I wouldn't dare let it slide. So I don't blame him for wanting to know what really went down. How did she really get that DNA that proved she was Nina's daughter? See, this is what I'm talking about. Sasha continues to keep secrets. Like, she had a flashback where Valentin gave her the swab that had Madeline's DNA on it. You know what I mean? That's and pretty much Curtis figured it out. He was like, he knows where Nina's DNA came from. That came from a hairbrush that Valentin got. The other DNA, which was supposed to come from Sasha, he's pretty sure Valentin gave her that DNA as well. You know what I'm saying? From another source. So he's putting the pieces together. He's putting two and two together. He's figuring it out slowly but surely, because he's on the right track right now. He figured it out actually a lot faster than I thought he would. But he's figuring more things out as he goes along. And Nina, I mean, you know, Sasha wants to, sit there and consistently and continue to lie. It's like, for what? You might as well just tell that man the truth. Then she talking about, he understood why she's lying, but she's sitting there talking about that's not his, that's not his call to make on, whether Valentin is out of Nina's life or not. It's not his call to make. And guess what? It's not Sasha's call either. The reason I say that is because what she should have did, told the truth, told Nina everything she knew, told her about the involvement of Obrecht and Valentin, so that way Nina can make the decision on whether or not to go back to him or not. At the end of the day, it's not Curtis's decision, it's not Sasha's decision, it's nobody's decision other than Nina's. So why take that decision away from her? And that's exactly what Sasha did by not coming forward and lying, saying Valentin and Obrecht had nothing to do with it. When you do that, you're taking Nina's decision to choose away from her. But unbeknownst to them, Nina already know. She already know Valentin has something to do with it. You can see it all over her face that she playing him. She know everything. It's all over her face every time she's with him. Her demeanor is different. It's way different than normal. Like, even the way when Valentin got that phone call at the cemetery and Nina kissed him and stuff like that. It was a look on her face like when she kissed him, it was like the last kiss, like the kiss of death. You know how people in the mob, they give you a hug and a kiss on the cheek, like a double kiss on the cheek, and they call that the kiss of death? That's kind of how Nina looked at him. Like it was the Last Supper. You know what I mean? Like, that's how she looked at him. And when he told her about that painting that Laura and them were so interested in, and how it could have a hint or a meaning to it, the look on her face, I think she's going to be part of his downfall. I think Nina's definitely going to be his undoing. Definitely. But Sasha and Michael were just getting on my nerves today. They really were. You know what? I can't wait for this baby storyline to come out. But at the end of the day, you already know how that's going to play. Michael going to be hypocritical. He going to get mad at Brad and want to punch him in the face and want to beat him down and want justice. But yet, look at the situation with Sasha and Nina. He's perfectly fine with Sasha not facing any backlash. He want everything to be okay for her. So keep that same energy when you find out about your own child. That's why I like what Nina had to say to them at the Halloween party. Keep that same energy. Because when you find out that your life was played with, with your own child, like her life was played with, then you'll see where she coming from. See, you have to go through something personally to see where somebody coming from. Because if you ain't go through it, you can't possibly understand. And I think that's what's going to happen to Michael. He going to have to go through it. I do believe that Nina really did have a child for all, intents and purpose. I feel like Willow possibly is definitely that child. She possibly could be. But Nina doesn't want to continue to look for the child because she feels like her mother was just playing games with her. But I definitely believe she had the child. But see, now I'm starting to understand what Nikolas was talking about with Jax. When he told Jax he didn't want Laura involved in this because he felt like she was going to antagonize Valentin. She was going to let certain information slip out that was going to tip their hand. And that's exactly what happened. Because Valentin is starting to put things together too. Like he's starting to figure some things out on his own. Like the fact that she keep bringing up that damn painting. And she keeps saying, oh, well, it's for Spencer. And none of that information is making sense to Valentin. You know what I'm saying? Because he had that painting for quite some time. And Spencer has never made an effort to collect that painting. Even when he was in town, he never tried to get it. So that's a clue right there that she's up to something. Like, and she keeps coming up to him, bringing up that damn painting. See, people got to learn how to be subtle. And I said that about Hayden and Jax 2 months ago when they were at Windermere searching around and stuff. You have to learn the art of subtlety. They need to learn how to be subtle and discreet. Discretion is your friend. Trust me. Like, he knows that all three of them are now up to something. He know it. They're tipping their hand. And now he's on alert. But unbeknownst to him, he think he got rid of that damn painting. No, that painting is right over there at Ava's gallery, unbeknownst to him. Go figure. His day is coming. Valentin's day is definitely coming. They're worried about Cassandra and stuff. Of course, he's still worried about Cassandra or whatnot. Unbeknownst to him, that's another problem he's going to have to solve. But Nikolas just might solve that problem for him. For a smart person, Nikolas is also dumb. Like, Jax keeps telling him to lay low, stop going outside, stop this, stop that. He don't want to listen. Because when Josslyn came over there, Nikolas snuck out the front door. I'm like, you idiot. Suppose Laura or somebody walked up to Jax's door as you were exiting the house. You would have been caught right there. Easy. Caught. Like, he doesn't get it. Stay your ass in the house. Damn, how many times somebody got to tell you that? You're just hard-headed. Like, these people just don't think. But I am loving this dark side to Nikolas, though. Like, Nikolas is not playing. I think Helena would be somewhat proud of him. Like, he's showing that edge. That Cassandra edge that she wanted for him all these years. That he just refused to, he become the rightful Cassandra. But I think she would be somewhat proud of him right now. He's taking care of business ever so sloppily, but he's taking care of business. He needs to do a better job at taking care of business. I will say that, because you're doing it a little bit too sloppy. You might want to, get it together. But, Nikolas, he's definitely taking a risk and a gamble to break her out by himself without backup. I think he's definitely taking a risk. But he definitely got something in mind for Cassandra, because Cassandra was hella nervous when they were driving and stuff, and he was taking the back roads, because he was supposed to be taking her to the airstrip. He said he had a plane waiting. But you could see that little sinister look in his eyes, like he definitely got something planned. Maybe tying up a loose end. Who knows? Cassandra was a pain in the ass today. She was such a little whiny little person today at the work release program. When they was doing the work release, she got hella mad because Sam was sitting there talking to Curtis the whole time, and she had to sit there and dig or whatever. I'm like, you're not even digging nothing. All you doing is moving dirt. That's all you doing. But I keep forgetting that Cassandra is a hypochondriac, so she don't like being around dirt and fumes and whatever else because she thinks she's gonna get sick. So she's one of those. She was hilarious though. She just kept bitching, kvetching, whining every second to the guards. And even Sam was getting tired of her mouth. Like, Sam was getting super sick of her. Like, but it was hilarious, the banter, the back and forth between them. It was cool that, Sam at least got a moment to talk with Curtis for a second. He was kind of giving her a heads up about some stuff. about the goings-ons and what's going on since she been behind bars and stuff like that. But Cassandra had a plan of her own. Like, as soon as she saw Nikolas sitting in that van, she knew he was a part of her breakout. The guards at Pettonville are so stupid. They're so dumb. Like, you gave these people weapons, shovels and stuff. I would have had my shotgun out. Like, you must be crazy. And it got popped right in the head, too, with that shovel. Cassandra was not playing. She popped it right on upside her noggin and took off. And, Sam being the good little, inmate that she is, got on the radio calling for help and stuff like that. But they probably gonna try to pin this on her. It would be so stupid if they did, though. If they try to pin it on Sam. If Sam had something to do with this, don't you think she would have ran too? But PCPD and Pettonville guards ain't that smart. So anyway, moving on from that. I feel like with Josslyn, I try to feel bad for her. I really do. Because when you lose somebody, it's hard, especially within the first 6 months of them being gone. It's even harder. So I have a lot of sympathy for her, but at the same time, she need to stop with all this Oscar whining because I'm tired of hearing it, to be honest. And I also feel like she's just trying to move in with Jax because she feels like it's going to be easier. Not just because she don't, Oscar never been there, but I also feel like she wants to move in with Jax because I think she sees him as the easier parent compared to Carly and Sonny and, their rules and all that. I think she feels like Jax is going to be more lenient on her. Some people think that Jax is a weak parent or he's a pushover. I don't think he's a pushover, but I think he's a little bit more sympathetic to Josslyn than I think Carly is when it comes down to certain things. Because that's his only daughter. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's his only child. So he's a bit more, lenient with her than Carly. And sometimes there's nothing wrong with that because sometimes you got to have a good cop, good parent, bad parent, whatever you want to call it. But at the same time, though, I do respect the fact that he knows when to be tough with her. And him and Carly were a united front. Hell, them being a united front was his idea. So I wouldn't say he's a pushover. It's just he's a little bit more lenient with her. He needs to cut down on that leniency a little bit more. But, ain't nothing wrong with that either. You ain't got to be too hard or too strict all the time. I do feel like that weak punishment they gave her was a little weak. I would have went a little, stepped it up a little bit more, but that's just me. You parent how you want to parent. But of course, he had to kind of figure out a situation because Josslyn wants to move in with him. So they decided that she's going to go, take it step by step and do weekends. While he's still renovating the rest of the house, because he still has to renovate the bedrooms and stuff like that. I like his house though. I like Jax's house. I think Jax's house is nice. Like, it gives a good vibe. It's like a good aura. I love it. It's definitely a house I can see myself living in because I like it. Now we get to Nelle. Nelle is a trip. Nelle, I love villains like her though. Even though Nelle gets on my damn nerves sometimes, she's a villain that keeps things interesting because she always has an ace up her sleeve. Just when you think she's down, she's right back up. I love villains like that. That's a quality in a villain that I love because that makes them a successful villain. That's part of what makes them a success. Like, every time you think they're down and out, nope, they just keep on ticking. Keep ticking. They always got an ace, and Nelle has a doozy up her sleeve. So apparently, Nelle got married. And I'm willing to bet she married Shiloh. So let's put two and two together for argument's sake. She married Shiloh, which I wouldn't be surprised at because they were always huddled up in Pentonville talking. So now with him dead, that means the ELQ stock that Oscar initially left to him are now going to go to her. So that's the pot of gold that she was talking about. And of course, Martin has no problem representing her because he's going to get a slice of that piece of gold. That's what he's hoping for. But he did bring up some good points, though. She thought that she was going to get some money from Zach's estate, her ex-fiance. Then she thought she was going to get money out of Michael. Neither one of those plans worked. So what's to make her think that this plan is going to work? Because the Quartermains are going to fight her every step of the way on that ELQ stock. They were planning on fighting Shiloh for it. So they're going to fight her even harder. There's no way the Quartermains are going to let her get anywhere near that stock. No way, no how. But Nelle, she always got a card to play. So let's see how she gets out of this mess. And what was surprising was Martin was calling Valentin. I said, why the hell would Martin Gray be calling Valentin? Unless Martin is a part of Valentin's little ploy, or little plot, so to speak, to get at Michael. Because remember, he kept telling Michael, you don't want me as an enemy. So is this about Michael, or what the hell is Valentin up to with Martin Gray? That's the big question. What the hell are the two of them cooking up? I'm interested. I like this. See, this is intrigue. You know, I love interesting storylines, and this one is interesting to me. I like it. Battle lines have been drawn. Alliances are now formed. Some alliances have been broken. All hell is just breaking loose right about now, and I'm freaking loving it. Like, this is some good writing. Do I think it could be better? Of course. I think any show can be better, but this is good, though. I like it. The pacing is going good, finally. You know, we're moving along. You know, nothing's being stalled out too much except for this damn baby storyline. But everything else so far has been going good, pacing-wise, and I like it. You know, some people might not agree. That's fine, but so far I'm liking the new direction, the new writing team. I think it's going pretty well so far. I think that's everything in this video. Hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode. I will see y'all all later. Have a great day. Peace.